Hi, I'm Wayne Lee. And when I think of the best practice in a Chinese classroom, I think of so many interesting ways that all teachers use to engage their students in learning, from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. Now, of course, depending on the level and needs of the students, the practices may be different. So I don't think that there is one size fits all best practice in Chinese, but rather um, they all have something that is suitable and it targets their student body and their student level and population, and also their abilities to get the most out of their students given the time and restraints. So, of course, it's ever evolving. Just like in the old days, we have by rote memory, which it still has its place, but now we have the luxury of technology being incorporated into our teaching, so we can make learning much more engaging for students, and we're engaging all the other senses and the sensories that a kid has to really learn this language. So we're really making it. It helps us make it popular, and it really is accessible to all students. But nonetheless, when I think of best practices in Chinese or in any class, the methodologies all share some of these following common values. For example, um, to me, it should be multifaceted. So, in other words, it should engage students in all ways of learning. Um, all kinds of learning styles, for example, visual learning, auditory, and kinesthetic. So a student has the chance to shine in their preferred or stronger learning style, but at the same time be exposed to other ways. So little by little, they can develop the other senses as well. So they become a holistic learning um, approach. So that is one thing that I think of a best practice should entail. The next thing is, or the next value is that it instills self confidence and enthusiasm in the learner. So, because when you take on this language, of course, the initial interest and the fascination will carry you, but it will only carry you so far. And if you don't have the tools to make them really acquire the knowledge and feel that what they've learned is useful, it's not going to continue that kind of initial enthusiasm. So the best way is to make sure that they get to see what they're learning is relevant. So thirdly, the best practice should develop skills so that the students become a lifelong learner. So this is dovetailing what I just said earlier, that a method should engage the students in a way that they feel what they're learning is relevant. It's not just something that I have to learn, it's something that's in the books, but it's actually a living, breathing thing that's within their life. Lastly, I believe that the another value that they all share is that it provides clear steps for measurable achievement. So a student, any student for that matter, should be able to find ways in this that they know exactly what to do to gain the skills and make the gains in that area. For example, listening. How do they do that? How do they strengthen their listening skills? Maybe you break it down. You start playing it little bits, pieces, so they can pick up the sound. So it's something that it's within their reach that they can obtain. For me, I think the best practice is always believing in the students, because I remember one of my very first classes in college, a professor said to us that if you look at the word education, the prefix is e, which in Latin origin, it's out. So education is actually leading out what's inside, not the traditional way of teacher telling you what this is, what this knowledge you need to do, what you need to know, but it's rather leading out, finding ways to cultivate and discover the potential in each student so that they can become their very best person and the best version of themselves. So I think of my job as a miner, which is to really go in and dig around and find ways to help each student realize their full potential. Thank you so much.